I wanted to say thank you for everyone coming to town and setting time out of the day to come visit. Other than that, congratulations, Chris and Theresa. And that's all I have. That's it.
Trời đất ơi quý vị, đây đúng là nhanh gọn lẹ. Một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho David. Giỏi quá. Vâng, bây giờ đó là sự chia sẻ của David, đúng thật là nhanh gọn lẹ. Bây giờ xin mời sự chia sẻ của the Maid of Honor. Chúng ta cùng trao cho sự hiện diện của Sister-in-law. Xin mời chị. Sister-in-law, the Maid of Honor sẽ có đôi lời với chúng ta. Xin mời chị.
Dạ, cảm ơn anh Phước ạ. I am Chum's sister-in-love. Okay, sister-in-love for 11 and a half years. I married Quốc, the third son, right there, and I have 4 daughters. But so let me tell you, the first time I met Chum, I was brushing my teeth. Okay, we were at Đại hội Thánh Mẫu, Missouri, and I was ở ngoài đang đánh răng, and I see má với bố đang đi bộ với Chum. I was like, in the middle of brushing my teeth. So that was my first time I met Chum. The second time I met Chum, I visited their house and I flooded their toilet. Okay, so those are super embarrassing, right? But I never felt embarrassed because they made me feel so welcome and loved. Like when I came, speaking of Bo, I barely just dated Quốc, but already he was holding my shoulder like this and saying, "This is my daughter." He didn't even say daughter-in-law, he said, "This is my daughter." And so I felt so loved and welcomed in the family. And I only have one brother, but he became a priest, and he left when he was 18. So we got kind of close near while he left, but then after that, I was siblingless for a while. And with one brother, I've always wanted a sister. I would beg my parents to please give me a sister, but they weren't able to. So I said, "Can you adopt some girl from China? They need help, right? So adopt some girl." And so they were like, "Sure, we'll think about it," but that never happened. But I didn't know that God was waiting 30 years later, or 20 years later, for me to have the perfect sister waiting for me in this new family. So, and how I knew Chris was the one, because you know how her dad welcomed me into the family and said, "This is my daughter." Without even reminding her of what happened, she told me, about Mr. Harry Sr., how he would call her his daughter as well. And she said, "That's what, no, I love this. I love their family. And I know they love me because he was always welcoming, and he called me his daughter." And I just thought back about her dad calling me the daughter, so I knew this was the perfect family for her. And so, and with Anh Phúc earlier said that the father would say to his son-in-law, if you would don't love her anymore, then give her back to me. But I already know that Chris will promise love forever, because 5 months after they dated, he already took all 3 brothers into the bedroom to confess his love for Chum and ask for her hand in marriage before even who knew where it was going to lead. But he took all 3 brothers, her father figures that were left in the world, and he confessed to all 3 of them, declared his love for Chum. So I know that he's the real thing. And another thing about Chris is that he is like the corniest guy that I've ever met. And so I knew he would fit into our family because I married the second corniest guy ever. So I knew he was the one, and I knew sisters think alike. They like the same things. So, and I'm originally a Huang too. So I'm a Huang married into a Huang. Thank goodness I didn't have to change my last name. Sorry, Mrs. Wolffram. Now you're Mrs. Wolffram, but all right. But let's give a toast to the new couple and more embarrassing moments to come. Woo! We love you. I love you. I love you guys. I love you both. My brother and sister. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chúng ta toast lại nhau. 1, 2, 3. Trời ơi, bàn này con cảm ơn các bác rất nhiều. Dạ vâng, có sự cộng tác. Kính thưa quý vị, như chị có nói qua đó là Chris không gọi là nói chuyện được với ông cố, không có gọi là xin được Trump's hands in marriage from ông cố, vì thế nên phải xin tất cả 3 anh lận. 3 anh mới cố gắng làm sao mà bằng được một bố. Vì thế nên hopefully, obviously they said yes, right? Okay, so that's why you're here. Và bây giờ người cuối cùng sẽ lên đây để mà chia sẻ, đó là một người bạn rất là thân của hai người, đó là Vũ. Chúng ta cho Vũ một tràng pháo tay thật lớn. Final speech of the night. 6, 7.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vu. I'm Chris's younger cousin. I am an only child, so when I was growing up, I looked up to Chris as an older brother. I remember one of my core memories with Chris was when Chris asked Lisa, "Why is Vu copying me?" And then Lisa said to Chris that it's because he likes you and he looks up to you. But that's also when I realized I shouldn't copy him. One of the few things that I learned from Chris was actually to never trust Lisa's mac and cheese, because she puts so much mac and cheese in there, it makes you feel like you're mixing cement in your stomach. And when they say this too shall pass, I thought I was going to pass away from the mac and cheese. But this is my part where I guess I give Chris some wisdom. They say the woman is always right, so, but John, you can Venmo me $20. But I think you guys have a lot of good chemistry, and I've never seen Chris happier. So welcome to the family, and congratulations, and have a good marriage. Thank you.
Vũ, quick question or quick comment như thế này nè. Hồi nãy Vũ có nói đó là the woman is always right, đúng không?
Yeah.
Yes, đúng. She said Chris found gọi là Mrs. Right, nhưng mà không có biết đó là last name của her là luôn right. Nhớ vậy nha. Luôn đúng không? Con nói đúng rồi. Đúng. Con kể cho quý vị nghe thế này, lúc mà trước khi mà con gặp Chris với Trump đó, I told them, I asked them this question. I asked Trump, what is one thing that you cannot stand about Chris? You know, whatever you cannot stand about Chris. She was saying this whole list of things. This, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. Nhưng mà Chris khôn lắm. Lúc con hỏi lại đó, what can you not stand about Theresa? What can you not stand about Trump? She's the perfect girl in my eyes. I can't find a fault, man. I can't. She's always right. Mà đúng thiệt. Hoàn hảo đúng rồi. Hy dùng đó là vợ hoàn hảo đó. Vì thế nên một tràng pháo tay thật lớn nha. Chúng ta cùng toast. 1, 2. Hết sảy. Trời đất ơi. Tối nay con nói thiệt với quý vị, có bao nhiêu câu tiếng Việt Chris đưa ra nói hết. Thank you Vũ, thank you so much nhá. Còn biết câu nào nữa không? Hoàn hảo hết sảy, thêm câu đi. Trời đất ơi.
Thương nhiều.
Thương nhiều hả?
Thương nhiều.
Ồ, thương nhiều đó, thương nhiều mà con cứ nghe là tin mừng.
Chúc mừng năm mới.
Chúng ta vô nha. 1, 2, 3. Vâng, ok, vâng kính thưa quý vị, chúng con xin kính mời quý vị chúng ta cùng tiếp tục thưởng thức những phần ăn của chúng ta trong buổi tối ngày hôm nay. Cô dâu và chú rể của chúng ta sẽ quay trở lại với chúng ta trong khoảng một vài giây phút nữa thôi. Vì thế nên bây giờ chúng con xin kính mời cô dâu và chú rể của chúng ta sẽ tiến ra và thay vào cho mình những phẩm phục áo dài Việt Nam của chúng ta để cùng đến và chào tất cả quý vị, cũng như là gửi lời tri ân đến quý vị đã có mặt hiện diện trong buổi tối ngày hôm nay.
Vâng, trước hết chúng con xin cáo ơn quý vị. Còn một nhân vật nữa cũng rất là đặc biệt, đó là người chị ruột của Chris sẽ có đôi lời với chúng ta. Một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho Lisa.
Hi everybody. I just want to say one last time, thank you for those who went near and far to travel here to celebrate the wonderful wedding of my brother and my new sister. I didn't think I was gonna cry. The saying that they say that you save the best for last, and my brother is the youngest, so he's always been known as the best and the good child. And I always try to I've been like a second mom to Chris, and honestly though, looking over the years, I also looked up to him too. And to kind of piggyback from what Mimi said, when I first met Drum, she's very accepting and the family's very accepting. And that is something that's really important, is to love first always, like we've talked about all day. So I'm very blessed to have both of them. And I wish you guys the best. Because we are saving the best for last. So congratulations. I'm so proud of you guys. And I can't wait to shit across the street from right next door to Trump. Our bathroom windows face each other. So we're gonna poop together. So the family that poops together stays together, right? All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.